Yo, it's Papa Boone. Welcome.
Welcome.
What's up, my sons? Welcome.
Welcome to the Week 9 Recap.
Oh. All right. 3, 2, 1. What's up, boys? This is LM2 here coming at you with the Week 9 recap.
Bruh.
Hello, everybody. This is your weekly recap for the CREW Fantasy Football League. I am your host for this week, Jack Churchill, formerly known as Mike Hawk. We're going to take you through the winners and losers from Week 9, but we're also first going to jump into some big headlines of what happened around the NFL. Our first story from around the league is Joe Mixon's monster record-breaking performance. 4 touchdowns on the ground and 1 through the air. Anybody who faced this man most certainly lost, and probably lost big, like myself. Many managers, I'm sure, were looking for him to finally get something going. He's been pretty mediocre all year. But it was good to see him, finally return to form and play up to his potential. And I'm sure managers were very, very happy. And he hopefully can continue to roll after the bye week. Speaking of monster performances, Justin Fields, wow. I got to say, I was a doubter from the beginning when they drafted him, and he's really starting to make me eat it now. His performance really proved a lot of haters wrong and gave Bears fans a sense of hope that I don't think they've had in quite a long time, probably since 2018. So, again, hopefully he can continue to roll. And are the Bears back? We'll see. And last but not least, this guy right here, Kirk Thuggins. Solid performance and a solid win. The Vikings are 7-1. Maybe a little fraudulent, but all that matters is getting into the playoffs. And yet, again, another team that might fly under the radar a little bit come playoff time. Now getting into the matchups. Our first matchup is Brandon Cutler, Team Absolute Units, defeating Team Struckert, 122-108. B-Cut continues to roll. He had a nice flex play with McCole Hardman to pull off the dub. He's a heavy playoff favorite, and unfortunately for John, he was not able to take advantage of the 2 teams he's trailing in the division, both losing. Still holds the number 6 seed for the playoffs, but I know that he probably thinks he could be up 1, maybe 2 games if everything was going right for him. But a solid matchup and a solid performance from both teams. But both teams are to be reckoned with in this league, I gotta say. And next, we have Robby, Wolf, Terrence and his boys versus Matthew Hookirk, ghost of Aaron Bwyo, and I'm sorry. Hooker, your team, I know you're put in a tough position, but this is arguably the worst team this league has ever seen. And this is my first year, and I'm just guessing. I'm probably right. This is one of the worst teams I've ever seen. Robby, solid performance, 115, but the real story here is Hookirk's team just simply not being able to put up a sufficient amount of points to really compete at all. But Robby, again, nice win. Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson is going to be a tough duo to face coming down the line. And as we go into the playoffs, Robby, another team to keep your eye on. Next up, we have Makeout Secured, Gavin Wolf versus Team Oy Vey, Brandon Shanker. Shanker was able to take advantage of some bye weeks on Gavin's part and pull off the win and taking down the leader of the 8 division. Gavin wasn't able to put up 80 points, just didn't have it in him this week. And Shanker continues to push for a playoff spot. He's 4-5 on the outside looking in, but could he sneak in? We will see. Looking at his team, it's actually pretty solid. Even with the ghost of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, he really just needs to fill out that flex spot. Maybe if he had somebody like Chris Olave, he could, fill that nicely, but, tough.
So everyone, we have a new league correspondent out of Milwaukee.
What's good? It's Jeremiah, your boy.
So, okay, after reviewing all of the teams in the league, what teams do you think are the best in the league?
After reviewing, I have to say number one team is Makeout Secure. After that, Mike Hawk, for sure. And third team, Team Striker.
Who do you think will win the league?
Who I think will win the league? Makeout Secure. Number one record in the league for a reason, boys.
Next, we go to American Taxi, number 79, versus Aiden Dolan and the SCLSU Mud Dogs. Another outstanding performance from the Mud Dogs. 130, not even the weekly winner, but still a great performance. And as the highest scoring team in the league, this comes as no surprise. He was the preseason champ. He's looking to be the regular season champ. And when it comes down to it, he is definitely the favorite to win it all this year. Everything's going right for this young man. Very happy to see him perform very well. And Vatesman, on the flip side of things, I know you're frustrated with your roster, but I believe in you, man. I think you can turn it around. You make some waiver pickups, sling some trades, and you're right back into it. I believe in you, sir.
Next, we have Jason and Justin Field of Dreams versus yours truly, Mike Hawk. And I got dunked on, that's all I'll say. Joe Mixon gave me a real hard time, and Jason just squashed me. Kenyon Drake was able to make it look a little less lopsided than it was, but don't get me wrong, this was an ass-clapping for the ages. Jason fighting to keep his season alive like Vatesman, but we'll see if he can continue to roll like he did this past week.
And last but not least, we have the shootout between, for the brand, Cookie and El Guru, Austin Moore. Not enough Lamar magic on Monday night to pull it out for the young man, but this was probably the best matchup of the week. Both teams performed very well. 139 from Cookie and 129 from Austin. Both teams looking solid, especially Cookie. After I called him out on the podcast for his team being trash, it's starting to look a lot better, I gotta say. And El Guru, even despite the loss, remains in the thick of the playoff hunt. And both teams, again, good performance, boys. This has been your weekly recap for Week 9 of the CREW Fantasy Football League. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It has been a pleasure to be your host. Congratulations to all the winners and to all my losers out there. Keep plugging away. Keep fighting. The season is not over yet. Best of luck to everybody.